Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'll be showing you a quick tutorial on how to detect a Wi-Fi attack, a Wi-Fi data attack. So you might be connected to your router or your access points and you just get kicked off all of a sudden and you don't know why. It is most likely under a Wi-Fi attack, and this is the most common technique used to hack into Wi-Fi networks. So this works by disconnecting or kicking off a device connected to your router, then with the hope of waiting for the device to connect back to the router. And during that process, the device connected to the router will share a pass key or the password key to the router. And during that process, it is being captured in the form of a handshake. And once the handshake has been captured, because that is what you need. So after the handshake has been captured, it can be used to hack into your router or get the Wi-Fi password. So that is how it works. And the way it works is by the attacker trying to behave as your router, spoofing your router's MAC address to send a DOT frame to the device connected to the router so as to disconnect to the device. And the DOT frame is a management frame used to terminate the connection. So the DOT frame is either sent from the router or from the client connected to the router to terminate the existing connection. So once you connect to the first time you connect to your router, you send an association frame to connect, and to disconnect you send a DOT frame. You get. So I'm going to be showing you how to detect one if you're under a Wi-Fi attack. Firstly, you need a Wi-Fi adapter, and the other one will be using Wireshark. So we're using Wireshark to capture the traffic or the packets. So now I have my adapter plugged in and it has been selected. So I'm going to type in iwconfig, and as you can see, the adapter is in the managed mode. So we need to enable monitor mode. And monitor mode is a feature that allows us to capture external traffic, external events. So routers and access points, they broadcast their signals using radio waves. So we just need to capture. We don't know what is going on in the environment, and we want to capture everything, flying across the air. So to enable monitor mode, you will type in sudo m1ng, check q, then sudo m1ng start WLAN 0. And when selecting the right adapter, make sure the adapter you are purchasing supports monitor mode. So I'll be leaving a link to the one I'm using, which is an Alpha AW S036ACH. So after that, you need to open Wireshark. And I'll be selecting the interface WLAN 0. I just have to expand this. Then here we should be seeing traffic from other devices within our neighborhood, other routers. So I tried connecting to my router from my phone, and here we can see the traffic, probe request from my phone to making a broadcast request, so looking for the Wi-Fi network and trying to connect. So I'm going to start a DOT attack, hoping to capture the traffic here in Wireshark. So in this case, I'll be using the Node MCU ESP8266 to perform a DOT attack. And we'll try to capture that in Wireshark. So I'm going to scan access points. So this is my router, goes to the wires. I'm going to be selecting it, and I'll try to perform a DOT and try to capture that. I hope you do. Most of the times I'm unable to capture traffic using the ESP8266, but it works. It's going to disconnect devices from the network, but I'm unable to see the traffic. So in this case, I'm just going to stop. Okay, you can see one. Alright, so you can see just one. To make it clear, I'm just going to stop this, and I'm going to use my Alpha adapter. I'm going to stop this, then use my Alpha adapter to capture. I'm going to open another tab, then arrow dump to scan for Wi-Fi networks. And here is my router goes to the wires. I'm going to copy the MAC address and type in sudo airplane d.12 then access points to be on this here. I know what the issue is. Well, I'm just going to specify the channel. So it's using 6 address. So the IW config WLAN 0 channel then 06. So I'm going to run the attack again and it should be working now. I'm going to cancel then. You should be able to see the traffic in Wireshark. So let me try to filter using wlan.fc.fixed or wlan.fixed. That's first to 0x001. I don't know, it's not working, but so I'm going to filter by this. You can just right click and filter by selected. So here we can see the hot attacks. So we can see the frames here. Now we check the body of the frame. You can see the attack is having. So you can see the frame is having a subtype of 0x00c, which I was trying to filter by. And it's having a frame control field of 0x00. And you can see the source address and the transmitter address is from my router. This is my router's MAC address. And the destination is, or receiving address is, a broadcast, which means it is sending a broadcast DLT frame to disconnect all devices. So it is not a targeted attack, it is a broadcast for all devices. And it is usually having a size of 2 bytes. And if we check here, you can see it is having a size of 2 bytes. And the reason code. So you can see the reason code here is 0x007. So the reason code specifies the reason behind a device disconnected from the router. So it's going to specify the reason behind, the termination and why a device left the network or disconnected from the router. It could be due to inactivity or different reasons. So this is a way you can check for DOTs if you're under a DOT attack. And yeah, let us visit this page. So here we can see different reason codes. We can see this one, unspecified reason. So unspecified reason means the reason is not known for the termination. Yes. So this one is previous authentication is no longer valid and you need to re-authenticate. So there are different reasons a device can leave the network. You can see this 4-way handshake timeouts and different things, invalid group cipher, timeouts, which other one? Class 2 frame received from non-authenticated station. So there are different reasons. This one is due to inactivity, that the router inactivity. So different reasons. So yeah, that is how you can detect a Wi-Fi attack if you're under a Wi-Fi attack. So there are a few ways in which you can protect yourself from this type of attack. The first way is by using a wired connection. So if you ever feel you're under a Wi-Fi attack, it is best to migrate to a wired connection. 2. Always make use of WPA3 instead of using WPA or WPA2. And why? So the ability to spoof MAC addresses and send unauthorized frames between devices is a result of a vulnerability that lies within WPA and WPA2. And as for WPA3, WPA3 incorporates MFP, which means management frame protection, in a sense that the frames being sent between these devices, between the router and the client, they are being managed and they cannot be spoofed by anybody. The third way is to use a very strong password. So if you have a very strong passphrase or a password, it would be nearly impossible to, hack into your Wi-Fi network or into your router. And if you follow these steps, it'll be nearly impossible to hack and you'll be much more secure. And if you ever realize that after setting WPA3, there are other devices that don't support WPA3. So you can just, your router's configuration, you can set the security to WPA2 or WPA3. So for other devices that don't support WPA3, they'll be able to connect to WPA2. And for newer devices that support WPA3, they'll be able to connect to WPA3. So if you like the video, please consider subscribing and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, bless.